let's get it going. We're going to take you guys through a little ball handling workout, sort of a sample of what we do in our online training program to get our handles to the next level. Pay attention, take notes. Most importantly, go out and do this on your own. It's not just about knowledge, it's also about action. Let's get this work. The thing is, with ball handling in today's game, point guards have to have good handles, centers have to have good handles. Nowadays, they want centers to stretch the floor and be able to put the ball on the ground. So, you know, it's not just for point guards anymore. This is point guard through center. Everybody needs handles these days. You got to understand that at some point you're going to be undersized. So maybe you're undersized like me, you know, my whole life, where the only way that I was going to be able to score is having great handles and quickness to get into the lane. But even if you are 6'4", 6'5", at some point, say you make it to the NBA, you are undersized. So unless you're over 7 foot, at some point you're going to get to that level of play where guys are bigger, faster, and stronger than you. And you got to really be able to put the ball on the ground and have ball protection if you want to make it at that next level.
Let me infiltrate the beat, concentrate the heat. If you ain't on my level, let me be. I'll be going till it's all in motion, talking killing rappers, then I hit my quota. And my train of thought is more a locomotive, talking reason for it, I got locomotive. Used to be on a revenge tip, on a stun on my ex and a France tip. I was Spider-Man whipping the black suit, I was powerful but almost lost Luke. Blurring the line between human and artist.
Go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That work, Joe. Get this work. As soon as I walk in, I get to decide which 3-stripe kicks I'm going with that day. I'm gonna go with the Hardens today.
Keep it 100 with stars. Keep it in 50 with hoes. Need me like 30 don't walk.
Alright, let's get after it. First thing you'll notice here is I'm starting off this workout without a basketball. Why? Because ball handling is so much more than just dribbling. And even though people call it handles, it's more about what's going on with the lower body. And usually the lower body wins the battle. So saddle up and rock with me on this hip mobility circuit. You're never going to dribble like Kyrie Irving if you can't drop into the same positions that Kyrie works from. Does that make sense? Basically, what I'm trying to say is we have to train our ankles and hips for optimal mobility and stability if you want a shot at becoming an elite ball handler. Because you know what they say, train the ankles, work the hips to break some ankles and improve your shifts. Well, no one really says that, but they should. Alright, let's shift gears. Here we're starting our footwork and agility, and this is probably the most important aspect of ball handling. I'd take a player with multi-directional quickness and explosion over a player with unlimited dribble combos any day of the week. Here, I'm just freestyling out of my spin options, creating, exploring the different rhythms, patterns, speeds, and doing it in a subconscious way, meaning I'm allowing my instincts to guide me. Generalized agility training is great, but at some point, specificity is key. Find the moves you get to in games and improve the quickness, rhythm, and explosion of those patterns and their counters. Trust me, you'll be a walking mismatch. Someone people think of ball handling and they mistake it with dribbling. You know, it's not about really what's going on with your hands, it's about what's going on with your feet. Because the basketball never takes you anywhere, your feet take you places. So we have to establish these qualities of hip mobility, end range hip stability, so that our nervous system allows us to be down in those low positions. First step explosiveness, deceleration, peer quickness. There's so many other things that go into becoming a great ball handler. A lot of people just focus on their 2-ball, their 3-ball stuff, and they get really good with the hands. They never go anywhere in a game. They never get buckets. They never create plays for their teammates because they don't have the base. And so that's why we kind of focus on the base for the first 15 to 30 minutes of a workout, because that's really the meat and potatoes. And then we go into the dessert later. We get into the handles after the first 30 minutes. All right, let's get it. Okay, dessert time. Here we're getting into our cuff series. One of the primary aspects of ball control is the cuff, which allows us to manipulate our dribble. Think of moves like the in and out, spin move, or a wrap around the back. They all require the cuff. I used numerous progressions of this drill growing up, and it took my ball control to new levels. Now this drill is what I call a power pound drill, designed to improve how hard we pound the basketball. This leads to a faster, more explosive handle. We can also do this drill without the box by slightly deflating the basketball or dribbling on a soft mat to decrease the energy return from the floor. Now I know a lot of you keyboard warriors are thinking, why is he looking down at the ball? And it's actually a really good question. See, I actually encourage our players to look down in certain phases of the program. This allows us to truly develop the aspect of dribbling that we're working on in that drill. Then in later phases, we work on getting our eyes up. Remember earlier when I said specific footwork is a major key? Well, on this drill, I'm teaching the hands to work together with the feet. Nothing grooves the pattern like high rep rhythmic drills like this rapid half spin series. Hold up, let me get loose on them. Yeah, this one's a freestyle. Here I'm basically turning off my mind and just letting my body operate. This is how fluidity is developed and how true creativity can be unleashed. Trust me, I like developing moves and counters as much as anyone. But at the end of the day, it's about who changes speeds the best. Because the easiest player to guard is the one going 100% speed the whole game. The hardest player to guard is the stop and go players that know how to utilize different speeds and shift gears. So in these drills, I'm just working on different hesitation moves that I would actually use in a game. I think one of the reasons that people get such quick results on our program is we start with block practice. So block practice has been shown to improve skills the fastest. So basically we'll do 1 day of power pound where we're just dedicating a whole day to pounding the basketball harder, pounding it faster. We'll have another day where we're focused on a different skill. So we'll do like a day for ball control. We'll do a day for footwork, so getting your hands to work together with your feet. So we have these different days where we master these skills, and after the first month, guys really develop these individual skills, and then later on, in later phases, we use randomized practice, and that's been shown to actually translate to games better. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and believe me, there's plenty more where that came from. If you're 100% dedicated to developing elite handles, subscribe to my ball handling system at PJFPerformance.net. I've laid out the blueprint, now it's time for you to put in the work. Remember, as a hooper, you have to stop waiting for people to notice your talent. You need to become so good that they just can't ignore you. Until next time, I'm out.